Reigning Bathurst 1000 champion Chaz Mostert has been airlifted to hospital following a horror crash on Mount Panorama this afternoon. The green light had barely lit up for qualifying to get underway when Mostert slammed into the wall on Forest Elbow at the top of the mountain.
It looks like he's broken his upper leg and his wrist as well, and they're just looking to airlift him to Orange at the moment.
Now, 5 marshals were injured by flying debris in the accident. One badly enough. He's on his way to Orange Base Hospital with chest injuries.
We wish them all well. We'll get the latest on Chaz Mostert's condition and that of the marshals with Matthew White a little later on in this bulletin in sport. Off the track, it's been another big day with V8 driver David Reynolds copping a heavy fine for a crude sexist joke against the all-women racing team. Here's Adam Hawes.
For Bathurst's only all-female driving team, it was business as usual.
Thank you.
After this sexist comment caused controversy.
David, were you wary of the all-female team ensuring you go faster than the...
Sorry? Was I aware of the pussy wagon?
While some of his fans were unfazed, Reynolds was contrite after copping a $25,000 fine.
Yeah, I do realise it was a bit silly and pretty inappropriate, so I have apologised to the girls.
Oh, look, I'm over that now. That was yesterday's news.
Apology accepted as fans got back to what they came here for.
I'm a Queenslander, mate. We got all the trophies. Have you got any down here?
No.
Nah, we come down here and take a Ford one home.
The most passionate ones are here atop the mountain where their true colours come out. They're often accused of being a little rough, but most are just big softies.
Sometimes we put, what's Slater's favourite song? The Lion King. We put that on every now and then. We put the Lion King. Yeah.
For the 300 police, there's just not enough work to go round.
Yeah, we've just finished the dishes, boys. We've got to get you involved.
Celebrations take on a more relaxed tone for seasoned racegoers like Adrian Gibbon. It's his 30th year on the mountain.
First time I was in an ex-wife Falcon. I'm a Holden man, and one of my mates said, "Got to go to Bathurst." I went last year. I said, "Count me in," and I've only missed one since.
The crowds here continue to swell. Tomorrow it'll get serious when the makeup of the grid gets sorted for the Bathurst 1000. Adam Hawes, 10 Eyewitness News.
Let's go to sport now with Adam Hawes. And Adam, everyone's thoughts tonight are with the defending Bathurst champion Chaz Mostert.
Absolutely, Hugh. Yeah, Mostert is out of this year's great race after a terrifying crash in the opening minutes of qualifying at Mount Panorama. Let's go live to Matt White in pit lane. Matt, what's the latest on Chaz's condition?
Look, Adam, Chaz has been airlifted from here at Mount Panorama to Orange Base Hospital. He was removed from his car on the track after this accident via ambulance, taken to the medical centre here at the track where he was treated by V8 medic Dr Carl Lee. He has a fractured left femur and a fractured left wrist from the incident, but also 5 marshals were injured in this crash. 4 of those have minor injuries. 1 of those has also been taken to hospital in a stable condition. So as you mentioned, not only the car is a write-off and that is out of the race, the defending champion car of car number 6, but Chaz Mostert will spend the rest of the night and tomorrow at least in hospital as he recovers from this extraordinary crash in the opening laps of the qualifying session. It happened up the top of the hill into the S's at about 170 kilometres per hour. And a lot of the drivers are saying this is a corner that doesn't really exist. They kind of go through here flat. Chaz somehow managed to clip the left-hand side of the curb, or of the wall rather, before slamming into the right-hand side of the circuit and then careering across the top of a concrete barrier where he wiped out the Flag Marshal's station along the way. This 1.5-tonne V8 supercar was a mangled wreck by the time it finished down towards Forest Elbow, which ironically 12 months ago is where Chaz put a move on Jamie Whincup, who was running out of fuel, to go on and win the race in just his 2nd attempt at the Bathurst 1000. So an extraordinary day of highs and lows.
And Matt, as we saw, the crash brought an end to the action today. So what does that mean for qualifying?
Well, unprecedented, really, Adam. We still don't know what they're going to do in terms of qualifying and determining pole position. So that brought an end to the session. We really got no flying laps in. There is a provision to take the practice times of practice 5 and turn them into the qualifying positions and then determine a top 10 shootout. What's more likely is that tomorrow they will scrap one of the practice sessions, make that a qualifying session, and then go on and have a top 10 shootout in the afternoon. So those discussions are still going on with V8 Supercar officials here, and you'll be the first to know as soon as we find out, Adam.
All right, thanks, Matt. Busy day there in Bathurst. So we wish Chaz and the Marshals, of course, a speedy recovery. Bathurst is live and free right here on 10 all weekend long. Please check your local guides. Well, now, I've heard of throwing yourself into your work, but this groundsman at a Kansas City baseball game clearly went too far. Consumed by a tarp during a rain break. He shouldn't feel too embarrassed because there's quite a roll call when it comes to victims of the humble tarpaulin. Like a caged lion, these things can turn on their handlers with frightening results. Thankfully, though, our man is, no, not him, our man is okay. There he is, and he's also our winner of Play of the Day. That's a dangerous business, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a good read, though.
Eaten by a tarp.